Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We just post some links real quick, and then we'll get started. I think it's all working. My fan is so loud. It's like a wind tunnel in here. I don't think it comes across, so. I don't think my mic picks it up. Let's see, what are we doing today? Yes. Workspace, MMO, CMD. We'll run this guy. Where we left off last time was we had this little chat box, which is always up. Everything you type pops in, you hit enter, and then the text pops up above your head. So next thing we need to do is make the text smaller. We need to make the text smaller, have a little hotkey for make the text smaller, have a little hotkey to pop up the text input box, and then we gotta do the networking portion, which I actually don't think will be that hard to do. Well, actually, it might be kind of hard. Because I don't know if I'll send a different message. I'll probably send a different message type, and like once a second or something like that. What's up, TLK? How's it going? That's an interesting comment. That'd be crazy if you copied the exact thing. It looks like you did. S, J, D, K, F, L, J, S, D, F, L, S, K, D, F, J, S, D, L, K, F, J, S, D, L, K, F, J, S. Oh my gosh. That's a new language if I've ever heard one. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. I also need to have the text box disappear over time. So I'll have a little timer. So we'll track current time when a message pops up, and then we'll just have it disappear. Let's do that first. Actually, let's fix the text positioning, because that'll be easier. That'll be easier once we have what's it called? Without having the text pop disappear. Once the text is popping away, it's kind of hard to get it all lined up perfectly. Okay. We need to draw speech. We have a system which reads in speech bubbles and draws them. So we just need to do this. I have an English exam tomorrow, but I'm lazy to learn. What kind of give me an example of what your English exam is like. What did they do? Did you say what does this mean or something? all of this text should be rendered onto a like UI, like a world UI layer, which should be behind the game UI layer. But it should be above everything else, you know? Or actually, maybe you make it just world space. I think it was to describe a picture and give my opinion on it. It shouldn't be too hard, but they give you a timer which makes my brain go die. I don't blame you. Doing things under pressure is really hard. But it's a good, I don't know. It's weird because, like, you never have to do, you very rarely have to do stuff under pressure, unless you're like a specific role. What's up, Dracula? How you doing? Like, unless you're like a professional athlete, right? You do stuff under pressure. If you're like a surgeon or something like that, like you're kind of under time pressure, but not really. I could see if you're like a software engineer, maybe you have to like fix some bug that's in production that needs to be solved as soon as possible. So that's kind of under pressure. I'm also doing good. It's a nice and relaxing morning going on right now. Got coffee in one hand, I got my mouse in the other. I kind of jammed my finger yesterday. Right at my knuckle. I was worried it was gonna make it painful to type, but it doesn't hurt. So that's good. It didn't swell up at all though. Maybe a little bit, it swelled up. Seems a little swollen. But other than that, I'm good. I'm doing well. Okay, so we translate it. We need to scale it down. I think that there's a, I think I have a text scale thing. I really need to fix this bitrate issue where it's like the auto stream's current bitrate is 0. I don't know. I'll fix that later. That's what I said last time, and I never did. All right, let's look at the text object. Layer is, yeah, it's basically the Z index. How do I set scale? P.scale. Oh, I have to set the Atlas scale. No, huh. How do I do it in my UI system? Glitch, UI, text. Okay. Bounds. I have a rect draw function, that's right. So that must, what would that do? I'm not sure if this is useful. Like here I'm scaling stuff differently. When I do draw rect, it scales at 1.0. There's not like a, oh, so I just need to scale the matrix, I guess. we'll go back to main. Go to speech bubble. Oops. I swear my typing is so bad in the morning. So I'll scale this. I think this takes 3 things, doesn't it? Yeah, XYZ. I can also do a rect draw, which will scale my text to fit into a rectangle. But I think I'm gonna do it this way, actually. Oops. We'll just keep having it until it looks good. Maybe a little bit too big. Huh, the font should probably remain the same size regardless of zoom though, huh? Or should everything get far away? No, otherwise you'll zoom out and it'll just be a bunch of text that's all... So you have to zoom the font in world space. So that's fine. Well, let's do .4. I'm just curious if this looks weird because it's not a power of... it's like I'm scaling it in half. That looks fine. We'll do this size. I'm gonna leave this as the exit button, backspace. I'm just so used to it. Every time I hit escape, or when I hit backspace, it doesn't do anything. I'll just have some kind of like a UI capture mode. Okay. Now we just want to shift it to oh, this is bad. So the reason this is bad is that I'm remaking this text object every single frame. When I shouldn't be. So in the game, I think it's yeah, I have a speech bubble. So I can either do 2 things. I can either have like a caching of text. Like this text maps up to this like renderable piece of text. Like this is a renderable piece of text. I can either do that, like have a cache, or I can kind of internally hold that. Like make another type that's like speech render, like kind of how I have like a sprite. I now have like a like this is just the piece of data. This is the actual renderable thing that gets added. And then then it kind of acts as an automatic cache, because what's going to happen is like you're going to type something in, it's going to be cached for a while. So once you write a speech bubble, I'm trying to think of how to do this. Like I either do it is there any reason to Is there any reason to separate these? I think I'll do speech. I think I will separate them. And I think I'm just going to separate them because it'll be easier that way to just send the speech over. The problem now is when I create speech, I need to create speech render too. So then, I know, dude. You can see smoke come out of my ears. That's how hard I'm thinking. I'm just trying to make this easy because what's going to happen is when you send something, I'm going to have to write that data here. So you hit send, and I'm going to write that all the data here. But then when you also receive a network packet, I need to write that data as well. So it'd be nice to have a function that does this for me, that creates both of these objects. This is why we need an ear cam. We need to know when you're thinking about something really hard. Yeah. Yeah, whenever you hear me like stall on my speaking, that's when you know I'm thinking real hard. When I like say like half of a sentence and I just stop. I need some cool washcloths to put on my forehead, or my brain will overheat. GitHub.com, unit of time, glitch. We'll do this. I'm gonna make a function that creates both of these. Because if you type a new text line, display time we'll do we'll also track like a remaining duration, which is going to be how much longer we want to render it, and then we'll loop through all of the speech renderers, and if their remaining duration is positive, we'll show it, and then we'll count it down. So we'll kind of track that as well. Well, actually, we'll do create speech. That way, this doesn't have to rely on the ECS at all. It'll just be, here's me making two components based off of the message. But this is what it's going to return. Is it's going to return a list of I guess I can't get away from it. Okay. I may as well just like set it. Is there any reason I would want to? Is there any reason I want to create it separately from setting it? Like, would I ever want to make a speech, like make these two components and return them back? Because I'm never going to be working with them. Like, the only reason I would be using these, I guess I could type assert on them, but I'm just going to set it. So we'll set the speech. This message was deleted by a moderator. Actually, this should be over here. All of your messages will be deleted by a moderator. If ID equals TLK 4011 message equals all right, cool. Now we've got that. Now I've got that handled. It's atlas.text. You like that? Oh, I need to pass an atlas in too. That makes it kind of harder, but it's not that much. It's not that bad. This is where like I want something more global. Like, I wonder if I should put my atlas in the world, but then I have to do some like weird lookup to like get a text atlas. I don't know. I'm just gonna make it pass in. Speech render. Yeah, you should make sure that if someone decides to send this message was deleted by a moderator and it's not me, it will say this message was deleted by a moderator, not TLKH. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I typed your name wrong. I always call you TLK. Oh. I'll have to do message moderation somewhere else. Ow. Probably when you hit enter down here, we'll do the message moderation. Game.set speech world atlas player data. I'm on the fence. I want to say data or data. Imagine if client-side validation LL, that'd be so funny. Yeah. Oh, that's true. This is client-side. I guess this wouldn't be where I put it. Atlas.text. Okay. So this will write them. This will do everything, I think. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I don't know what I'm forgetting, so. Yeah, so speech render. I feel like this should be a different thing. Well, it's kind of like, why do I even have this anymore? It's like, why do I need to keep, why do I need to track this? I guess I need something to send over the air. But we can just make that a, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna leave it. Is this component useful for the ECS? Because like how I originally concocted it was like, oh, you'll have one thing which just holds the message you're sending, and then one thing which is like how it got rendered. But like technically, it's not like your speech is gonna change ever. So you may as well just set the render and it'd just be fine. Dang, dude. What an insult. That one hurt. That one cut deep. I think this will work. Oh wait. Sorry TLK. That's that code wasn't gonna work. No way, it's the only person with Unit's face other than Unit that constantly calls Unit a nerd. Unit of emo? Oh, comma? Text input string. Oh, I need to do, we'll do like 5 times time dot second. I'm gonna comment this guy out. I'm just gonna leave it. Unit of emo. That's me. Oh, this is just ID now. Game. That's that. Unit gonna go declare slices after that burn. I don't get it. Yeah, that one went way over my head. I'm just too low IQ to is that I don't know. Slices, that makes me think of Go. But it also makes me think of pizza. So it's gotta be one of the two. I know, I'm a smooth brain for sure, 100%. Oh. I gotcha. Yeah, my head did not go that way. I get it now. I get it now. Oh, I feel super tired today. Oh. How are you doing today, Conifer? You having a good one? Wait, did you finish your Kotlin bindings? Wait, 20 minutes for lunch waiting for McDonald's. That sucks. Nah? What happened? Feel like I'm gonna fall asleep today? Same. And I've already had a cup of coffee too. Did you get ice cream though? You couldn't, the machine was broken. The machine's always broken. Actually, I will say this. I went to McDonald's a little while ago, like a couple months ago or something, and I got a chocolate milkshake. That was one of the best chocolate milkshakes I've had. That thing was good. I've not once experienced a broken McDonald's machine. Yeah, I actually haven't either, but Kotlin native, more like fuck Gradle. I can't handle it anymore. I'm sorry, buddy. What is C3? I don't go to McDonald's that frequently, but the ice cream machine was working. The last time I was there and got ice cream, which was like a long time ago. C, but much better. Is it carbon? Language. Is an evolution of C, enabling the same paradigms and retaining the same syntax as far as possible. C3 started as an extension of C2 language. So you broke the ice cream machine. Is this it? C3? Or is it CE? Click examples. Ooh, changes from C. Function, void, if example. Function, void, example for. You will understand. C3 because it's the third iteration. Oh. While loop. This is like, I guess they didn't want to fix that one. Did not like bracket on new line? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that either. I do like the brackets on the same line. I think it's much more concise. But that's one of those like preferential things. I remember back in the day when you used C, you had to specify, you couldn't specify like int a inside of your loops. I wonder if that's like, they should have just, I don't know, that should just, I don't know if that's why they did it like this in the example, but golly. What's the difference? Oh, defer will be invoked on scope exit. That's new, I think. Function pointers. Oh, they have modules and stuff. That's nice. Honestly, I don't think C is necessarily a bad language, but stuff like this is so nice to have. No mandatory header files, nice. Yeah, I don't know why, like, I don't know exactly the reason why those languages, why C originally had them, but remember access using period instead of this. That's nice. Different operator precedence. Removal of const type qualifier is only retained for actual constants variables. Fixed arrays do not declare, do not decay. What does that mean? It's optional, yes, new. So I can defer free allocation. Oh, that's kind of cool. So you don't pass const character to as a function. Gotcha. It's only for constants. Go to removed with labeled break and continue. That's smart. Local variables implicitly scoped or implicitly zeroed. This is there's a lot of stuff that Go has in this. Feels like C, it feels like Go, but without like the garbage collector and all the runtime stuff. Seems like very similar to that. And then also like Go has interfaces and some other stuff too, but Rossi always made me scared. Yeah. Yeah, I think the way to, I don't know if you've ever heard of like, I guess, what's it? That's like RAII. Like the hardest part about C, I think, is C3 has a build system. Yeah, that's super nice. I think this is like the I'm not like a big C expert, but this seems like the way to structure your creation and deletion of objects if you're going to manually create and delete them. Like when you make it, that thing should be in charge of making it and also deleting it. So remember you talking about this thing a while ago? Who, me? Yeah, RAI. It's a good pattern to follow because it's hard. Like it's objectively hard to manage your own memory. Like it's just harder. That's cool though. To me, the whole idea of a new better C, they're all just miss the point. What do you mean? Like, why do you think they missed the point? None of those better C's have the simplicity of C. Yeah. Yeah, like the higher you climb the abstraction chain, the like I guess the more sometimes I don't know, sometimes the more opportunities you miss out on. Odin is a whole new syntax. Yeah. Zig, yeah. Zig, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I don't know Zig too well. I don't know Odin that well either. Other than like I've just seen a little bit of their stuff. Oh, we need to do speech.text.measure. I think that's the function. Nope. Jimmy said he likes C32 kappa. So he might play. Oh, I think I just do bounds. Make bubble speech, oh, like dot 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 when they're typing. How would you do that? You would, I guess you'd have to detect someone's in their chat box. I'm just thinking of how you'd synchronize something like that. You'd probably track when somebody's typing in their chat box, which probably isn't that hard. As long as they're in their chat box, you can kind of like estimate that as they're about to type. This message was deleted by a moderator. I can't tell if yeah. Wait, what was I saying? Sorry, I got distracted from reading. You're typing draw text to a character? Yeah, the problem is how do you synchronize that over the network? Like doing that's not that hard. You'd have to have some state though that says like, oh, the person's typing. And then that would be just some like part of the physics update, I guess. You'd have some component that you send over that says like, oh, player typing. Or maybe you send hey, I ain't the network guy, you are. Yeah, I know. Let me get regular text working and then we'll talk about adding the dot dot dots. We're gonna translate by bounds.width divided by 2. Bounds dot. This I just want to push up a little bit. Let's do like 15 pixels or 15 units. Whatever the game world unit is. I think I shifted this wrong direction. Yeah, I did. Because I needed to do negative. Man, this chicken be tasting weird. Oh, I made teriyaki chicken last night. Oh, wrong direction. Or, no, it's the right direction. Why is it doing that, though? That's kind of weird. A. Oh, you got McDonald's chicken. When biting into it, it isn't soft. It just breaks apart in your mouth. You probably got a fish fillet. When I bite into it, it's like I bite into a rubber ball. Ew. Check Discord. Private prisons are behind the push for homeless criminalization. Oh no. That's gonna be me in the future. I don't know why this, oh, because I'm not, wait. Does this do it in place? I think it does. It just returns itself so I can chain, but it still is modifying itself. It must be calculating the bounds wrong. Is Wendy's better? I don't know. I think McDonald's is actually better than Wendy's. They're always 140. Oh. Let me change it. What is changing the measurement? It's just weird that when I do bounds divided by 2, it doesn't. Width divided by 2. 4? I want to unbind A as movement before you forget. A is movement though. A is movement though. Oh, you mean like when I'm typing? Yeah, so I need to I still need to do the part where it like captures or detects whether or not you're typing or not. And so you hit enter, you go into typing mode. Yeah. Yeah, I still need to do that. I just want to get this thing centered first. I might need to translate first. No, you should scale around the center. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. It's putting there. Oh, because it's in world space. So this gets me the world space. I don't... Oh, I need to scale... Do you have an option to change the origin point? Yeah. In the text, when you render it, you can choose. It's the reason it's not working is because I need to scale this size by my scale. So we'll do this. Scale is 0.4. scale, scale, scale times. That should be 2. There we go. Okay, cool. So the problem was that I was I'm scaling the I'm scaling this by something arbitrary, but then I'm taking the text bounds, which are not scaled. Yeah, I need to go higher. I'm gonna stick with the 15 unscaled. That's pretty good. What I really should do though for the Y is I should detect how big the box is and shift up by then. Just so happens that my guy's like 32 bits or 32 pixels high, so 15 ends up being a kind of nice number. But we don't have to worry about that till we have multiple body sizes. Okay, now what we'll do also is, this is in the draw. So we have a DT, which is how long it was since the last frame. So every speech will do this at the end. Speech dot game, what is it called? What did I call it? Remaining duration minus equals DT. And then at this top, or we'll just do it at the top. We'll just do all the tracking of this at the top. If speech dot remaining duration is greater than 0, that was less than 0, skip because so we skip if the display duration is ended. So now everything should last for 5 seconds. Did I typo something? Remaining, oh, remain. Ah yes, nothing like seeing your work phone going mad during lunch with assigned an issue to you. Go away, Jira. Yeah, text should last 5 seconds just based off of this, which is kind of hard coded, but I don't think it's that. Like, a lot of this, like, I feel like in games there's a lot of like things that shouldn't that scale based on the text length? Nah, I don't know. You could, I guess. Like about how long it takes to read it. That's maybe a good idea. I actually have a function that calculates how long it takes to read a piece of text based off of the text. And I use it, I'm gonna try to use it for my video editor. 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Look at that. That is the first time you're useful. I don't think most games do. I think most games don't scale it off of the text length, but you could. I'll put, I'm gonna put a question mark. We'll leave that there. Of course, because they have a text box, chat box. No. Lots of games have pop over your head text, including RuneScape, which also has it. Make a chat box. Chat box would be I don't think chat box would be that hard. I'm probably gonna do both, and then I'll maybe have one disableable. I'm not gonna do a scroll bar though, because screw that. That sounds painful. One day I will, but now, no. Okay. I'm never running. Oh, I can't scroll up, sorry. Yeah. I guess a scroll box wouldn't be that hard, would it? You'd have like a range that you're showing, and then you just have like the scroll wheel when they're hovered over it. If they scroll up, you just you capture that scroll and you change the range to be like you slide the range around. So that's really not that bad, I guess. It would be harder to do like fractional scrolls, I think. But if you just keep track of the last 100 messages and you have a window of 5 or something like that. I mean, chatbox will require additional database to store. What do you mean? What do you mean by database? Probably clear it every time you close the server to minimize the size of the file. Oh, you're talking about like having a persisted chat. I'm probably not going to do that. So how the chat's going to work here is if you were there and you received the message, you can see it. If you weren't there, you'll never see that message. So you can't log in and see the last messages. That's harder. It's harder to track it on the back end. I actually got asked that. I got asked a very similar question in an interview one time, like how you design that. It's kind of hard. Also, it's because everything's proximity based, or everything will be proximity based. It's hard to. I wouldn't. That's my answer. Oh, I fumbled so hard with that question. It was bad. I don't even remember what my answer was, but it was not a good one. But like if you have like this, if you just want to see the messages of people around you, it's like that's kind of a very dynamic thing. So it's hard to track that on the back end. If you wanted to have one global chat though, that's probably not that hard to do. If you wanted to have like a group, once you start having like scaling to have multiple group chats and those are dynamic and stuff like that, that's where it gets really hard. And also keeping track of messaging order is hard. Like who sent what first and making that consistent across all of the screens. Stuff like that. Those are the challenging parts. But when you get rid of all of those requirements, it's like, oh, they'll just get the message when they get the message, and everyone has like a different, yeah. It's definitely an interesting problem. It's like how do you build WhatsApp? That's kind of the question. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I think this works now. Now I just have to do the networking part, I think. Oh, what do you guys want to do? Should we do the input capturing first or networking part? Although obviously in the future or in an ideal world, you'd still have a data of the whole chat, even if proximity. The hardest? I don't know which one's harder, to be honest. Probably the networking will be harder. I'm gonna make some coffee and then we'll decide. I'll be right back. Uno momento. Getting a partner to stop hugging your body pillow is probably the hardest, but let's go with networking. 14 Jira tickets, jeez. That's how you know you're important. When you get 14 Jiras in one lunch. Ugh. I feel like I could get rid of this taskbar here if I had I need a way to mute my microphone. I don't know. I think it'd be nice to not have to worry about that. That's when you know you're being abused. I feel that way. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's do I think the UI capture one's going to be the hardest. I can hear you. What do you mean? Do the hardest bits first? Oh, all right. So, yeah, dude, if you got bad chicken, you shouldn't eat it. You should go back to him and say, hey, I think this is bad. I think this went bad. I was in my office. Oh. Then you're screwed. Okay. The main challenge here is that it's like saying if you're homeless, just buy a house. Hey now. It's good advice. Drive back to McDonald's. You walk in there like you own the place. And you say, hey lad, this chicken's gone rank. That's what you do. Then you're all set. What the? What? How was my British accent? Is that good? You guys like that? This chicken's gone rank. What's up, Doru? Too much coffee, not enough. I'm delusional. You dropped him right down into existential crisis. Capture input. It's weird. You basically don't want to capture input when the UI system is like captured, and that's just kind of like a general thing. But it's hard to track all of these interactions. Time to go back to being a wagey. Battling for my now total sum of Jira tickets of 20. That's a lot. Enjoy, Conifer. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. Morning, JJ. How you doing today? FML. So I think I don't know if this is the right way to do stuff, but like I feel like I have to have some sort of state tracker thing that says like, oh, if they hit enter, now they're in the text editing state. And then if they hit enter, it sends and they exit the text editing state, or if they hit escape, they exit the text editing state. It's just kind of hard to track that, I feel like feel like it's gonna be hard to track. People in other sports streams act like I'm a nobody because I've never watched The Office. You should watch it. It's a good show. The Office is pretty funny. You're gonna have to check that one out. Yeah, it's pretty solid, honestly. It's been out for a while too, so you could probably find it pretty cheap somewhere, like DVDs or online streaming. Ooh, Silicon Valley is funny too. That's a good one. That one's good because it's like the only program. It's like the only show for programmers. Supernatural is pretty good. I watched that for a while. I have Silicon Valley, yeah. That one's super solid. I never finished it, but I want to. It's hard when shows like I catch up on them and then it's like, oh, you have to wait a year for the next season, and then I just completely forget about it. It's cheap for the whole collection, yeah. Yeah, I think my sister has Hulu, so I could probably just use hers, but there's a new Supernatural show? I didn't know that. They did a good job with that one. It was a pretty wild like show though. I guess I can just have a bool. I just don't know if the input box should be the thing that tracks it. Like who should track? Or rather, what should track? You hit enter. You go into text input mode. You hit enter or escape. You exit text input mode. It's just weird. I feel like I'm gonna have this like, oh, if you're in text input mode, then don't use these keys. If you're in this pop-up menu, then don't use these keys. So I wish I had some kind of I wish I had some kind of like I just don't know what the data structure should be to track this. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just start with just random booleans, and then I'll eventually like narrow them down. Narrow it down into something that's reasonable based off of how like interactions work. I don't really like having like state machines though. Like if you're in this mode, you can go to these modes. If you're in this mode, you can go to these modes. So I'd kind of rather have a bunch of bools. Oh, we're back. I'm gonna get my coffee. And we're back. Ooh, the Winchesters. I feel like I'm definitely gonna get a copyright warning for this one. Because it's CW, or it's Rotten Tomatoes, I guess. Oh, you can buy it. I wouldn't watch that. Why not? They're gonna get me. Copyright. Yeah. Protect your stream. All right, I'll watch it then. I'll check it out later though. I got in trouble one time for watching Cops. Conifer sent me a Cops thing. All right, so what we're gonna do is where is, oh, here it is, okay. I think when I pass into this system, I'm gonna have a bool that I also track in that says like, or maybe I just have it external, capture input, but then externally I'll call it only when we're not in text input mode. That's what I'll do. Okay. Blue text input mode is false. Capture input, if not text input mode, we'll capture input normally. If glitch dot just pressed, glitch dot key enter, we'll set this to true. We could break now. But I'm not gonna. Just it'll capture one more input frame basically. Oh wait, capture input mode. The problem is this clears when this runs it clears your keybind, so you'd get stuck. What would happen is if you just capture the last one, you'd get stuck with all of these you get stuck with one of these true potentially. So we'll only run this if that. And then here we'll also do we'll write a quick loop. Quick loop. Oh, actually I don't want to write a quick loop. I just want to write a, this is a weird system because technically this should only run for I guess keybinds represents player IDs though. So maybe that's okay. I guess that's kind of okay. Where was it? We'll just set all these guys to false. Because you basically just can't move while you're oh, sorry guys. I hit my mic with my coffee. I almost spilt it everywhere. Hope to interrupt your eardrums. Okay, so hit enter. We'll enable text input mode, and we'll clear the inputs, and then else we'll just capture their input. Then else, if you're not in text input mode, we'll do key escape. If you hit key escape, then you'll exit text input mode. Like that. So it'll be like your guaranteed way out. Okay, then down here, when we send a message, we're basically hitting enter. So if you send a message, I should pull that keybind out of this, I think. I guess some keybinds you do have to track. I'm gonna pull it out though, because I don't think hitting enter should be a red. Alright, I'm just gonna comment them out. Because I'm on the fence about it. I don't really know exactly, like it's hard to know like at what level I want to have these, like how many things I want these little things to do. So now we don't have to track like this send thing. We just do like if glitch dot just pressed glitch dot key enter. So if they just press key enter, we're gonna send it. We're gonna clear the text input. And then we're gonna exit text input mode. So you sent the message, you go back to the game basically. I think that's all of the interactions. UI. Oh, this should be just that. Oh, it's not glitch.justPressed. It's window. Three sounds right, like the right number of places that was wrong. F does not match function. Keybinds. Is that 290? They're both on 294. .294. ECS.map to world render.keybinds input physics.input. I think that was just the issue. There we go. It's still capturing. Oh, because I don't have that filtered. It's weird because I'm hitting enter. Oh. Well, let's fix that first issue actually. Down here. if text input mode oh, this is in the wrong scope. What the heck? Oh, hold on. Let's just get this organized. That's in the wrong scope. This is like drawing the whole group. If text input mode, so if you're in text input mode, this is the only time this will happen. I hit enter. Oh, it's gonna be just pressed twice though. So like the just press is, because I'm using enter to enter it, I'm using enter to exit it. So it enters it and then it immediately draws it and then immediately exits it. And that's not good. Let me see here. So it's like I want to do this, but I don't want to do it the very first time. So we'll just do and not win.just pressed. That way we know we're not going to immediately exit. That's pretty good. Okay, so I can move and stuff, hit enter. I can no longer move, I type, I hit enter again. When I enter again though, oh, it exits for some reason. But if you're not in text input mode, you shouldn't be tracking enter. So I don't know. Let's try let's try escape to exit that. Okay, I can move, hit enter, hello. I hit escape, I can move again, I hit enter. When I hit enter, it messes up. Okay, so escape's working for exiting. This shouldn't be the problem though, because I shouldn't be entering this. I shouldn't be entering this section. Actually, I think when I hit enter, I exit. Let's do a little side by side. I'm in text input mode. Win.just pressed. Oh, this messes me up when I'm exiting. This is probably what it is. Because it's like, now I've just pressed it to exit, but I can't check that here. Maybe I use letter T. That would definitely be easier. T to enter, enter to exit. If there's a way to do this, but I think that this is the wrong solution, doing this. I can't do that. So when I'm in text input mode, I hit enter. I exit text input mode, but then I just hit enter, so I re-enter it. That's what was happening, right? No, I enter it and then I immediately exit it. So I'm not in the mode. I enter it. Let's do this actually. If you're not in text input mode, if you're not in text input mode, we capture the current input. Else, we always clear the inputs, which is a little bit of wasted effort, but it's not that big of a deal because it's on the client side. Then, if they escape, they can exit text input mode, and then I'll get them back to this mode. However, here, if not text input mode, and when.justPressed key or glitch.key enter, else if, oh. Then we'll set it to true. So if we weren't in text input mode and we just pressed enter, then we set this to true. So now this is in the same if block, so it'll only get run once, I think. Still have to be false. But the problem is when we get here, we hit enter, text input mode goes to false. We're already after that one, so once I click update, it's not going to trigger that again, I don't think. And I hit escape, I hit enter again, it should still be there. Cool. So then here, this is for exiting. If we're not text input mode, then we can exit. I'm just gonna put this into here actually. So if not text input mode, we can also exit. So now I can go into text input mode, type stuff, hit backspace and delete it. Hit escape and then hit backspace to leave. Okay, cool. She works. She works a little bit. I'm playing games Friday night and Saturday, and I'm going to work on projects tonight. Nice. My main goal is dojo pages, then individual fighters, then voting and results, then more advanced styling. I'm going to put the node and the server side project next. Cool. Sounds like a good plan. Sounds like a good plan. All right. That's that part now. All we have to do is send this guy over the network. Network.go. Well, so when we send this, we should also send it. So I have like a client send. Or do I have a client? I put this in a client function, didn't I? Client send update. So we get the player ID. These ones send on a tick. This one, however, I might have I might have this one send on like more asynchronously. So if you're a client and you send a message, you're just gonna send like, here's a chat message. I don't know if web is fun, but a little cybersecurity sounds way more fun. Yeah, I think follow what you're interested in, especially if you're learning it on the side. Like you should learn the stuff that you want to learn, you know? Too bad I wasn't into game dev like you all. It's not a bad thing. I think everybody's got their interests, you know? You gotta stick to them. Let's see here. We'll do, what do we do? So I think I'll make a function that just sends a specific message instead of being a part of the world update message. I can do that, or I could pack it in here. The problem is I only want to send it once. Like the client should only send their text message up one time to the server. So that's what I was thinking of putting into a different message. It's either got to be packed into only one of these, or I have to send it one time. I guess I could write it to player data, couldn't I? Like I could make, like you could have a channel or something like that. It's very tempting. Like I could just pack the string into here, which maybe that's the thing to do, because it doesn't make sense to send 2 packets, right? Because if I ever switch to UDP, I have to think about how these are going to be packetized. But I guess it's not that it's not that big of a deal to have them as separate messages, I guess. What I was thinking of doing was I could just have player data. Like when a player does something, because this is all on one player, right? When player data sends a message, he just sets this thing here. And then when this guy reads it, this part here reads it, he just deletes it. So this kind of produces something, this deletes it. And they're on the same thread, so it is thread safe. But you could also do a channel. I don't really want to do a channel. I don't really see any value there. It'll just send the last message. So we'll do player data. Actually, let me think about this a little bit more. because this is kind of global player data, I think it kind of makes sense then to keep it here. So we'll have like a send message function. Text input string. We'll do that. So we'll do this, and this will p.last message equals MSG. Allowed some filtering though. Filter invalid messages. We'll have like some sort of filtering thing. Swear words, white space only. Other stuff. This will just reduce load on the server for invalid messages that would have been sent. Maybe what should happen is you should try to send a message, and then this should return back what your actual message is going to be. And then you print that one. Perfect. So we'll do that. This will have the same filtering. Like I'll use the same client and server filtering. That way they have like, they'll send a message and to them, they don't need to receive it back from the actual server because they can do the server processing on their side. They'll set the last message to message. And then when I'm here, so I can either do the speech component way, where I have a speech component, or I make another list inside of a world update. Or I have like a delete list. I can also do like a message list. So we'll do that. We'll do messages with a bunch of strings. Or I actually need a type, don't I? What does this import? Does this import game? No, game imports this, doesn't it? Does anything here? I'm trying to think of the structure that this is going to be. I think this has to, right? Because, yeah, okay, perfect. Because we have to deserialize these message types. So what we'll do is in the game package, we'll have a I need to have an actual message type. We'll not call it a chat message. User name and then message. I'll just do user. No, I'm gonna do username. I'll do string. This isn't necessarily going to be a component, but this is more like, not really a component, more for sending over the air, over the network. Do that. Okay, that's good. So now when I go to the world update message, messages will be a game.chat message. Okay, so we have that now. So this is the list of messages that are being sent. So the proxy will have to be the one that determines their username. Okay, so then in client, we need to send the message. World data, messages. Do I import game here? I must. I do not. Okay. So we'll just have our one message, which is going to be I'm not going to put anything for the username. Can you do nil strings? I'm going to use whatever the default value is. I don't know if you can do nil strings in Go. I'm just curious. I guess I could try to set it to nil. How do I turn a nil string? You can't use. So it has to be a pointer to a string, I guess. I think the default string is a empty string. That's fine. Did I represent an optional string? I'm gonna try it though. And then we'll have message, which is gonna be player data dot last message. Oh, this is in a different, yeah, so I need to do get last message now. Return p dot last message, or we'll do MSG is or let's do this. Do I have game? I kind of want to do a pointer here. Yeah, and then we'll return null if there's no last message. Message is going to be message. We'll do if p dot last message equals an empty string, return null. I'm going to do get. Returns the last message and clears the last message buffer. Returns nil if no new message. Player data equals oh wait, player data dot get last message. If last message equals not equal to nil, then we'll build this messages struct. So we'll build this messages struct, and that's what we'll send over. Else it'll just default to nil. Last message dot message. This should probably return to do return username. Okay. Oh wow, what happened there? Extra S. What? That's so strange. Originally I was going for computer graphics. Computer graphics was originally I was going for computer graphics. Computer graphics was cool though. It just didn't click. Oh. Yeah, some things don't click. Some things you just need to spend more time on. Graphics is hard though, so what is going on? How did I get into this weird mode where whenever I tab, it puts... What the heck? All right, we'll just restart Emacs. Emacs is getting kind of unfortunate. There's a lot of weird stuff like that that's been happening to me recently, and I don't know really what it is. I guess it's time to write a text editor. Okay. So we'll build the messages list. Okay. Time to jump ship and join the fleet. Yeah, I've heard about that. That's IntelliJ? It would have to be very keyboard based. Like I don't use my mouse that much. Which is the problem I have with most like IDEs, is they're very UI, they're very mouse focused. Like I have to be able to do like Control XG and it go to like my Git buffer for me to like go through and like stage stuff and like unstage stuff. I haven't really looked into Fleet yet though. Let's take a look. You know what? While we're here. The next generation IDE by JetBrains. Free to use during public preview. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost money. Distributed. That's a cool, look at that. When you scroll down, that is nuts. Language inclusive. I hope so. I hope you support all the languages. Oh, it runs on a VM. Oh, I guess the point of this is that you can do text editing on a remote computer and run all your stuff there. So then everyone's like basically running on the same computer type. Like everyone can just be on Linux or whatever. And you can have a Mac. They're gonna be free edition? Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, and you can see other people editing the same file. Holy moly! Say goodbye to merge conflicts. That's kind of cool. I think right now my client is configured. Client config.yaml. Yeah, he's configured to talk to that. VS Code has multiple people editing too. When I was teaching a friend, we did that. Oh, that's cool. Game. Oh, I called it chat message, didn't I? Maybe I should just call it chat. Yeah, you cannot use. Okay. Or. Ah. Expected new line in composite literal. Client 48. Oh. This actually, the serialization on this might just work. 49. Oh. Because I didn't make any new message types. Oh, actually, the deserialization probably won't work. Yeah, the data should be there, I think, though. Get last message. Oh. Last, and it's also a function. I don't feel username. Man, dude, so many little typos. Look at this. Okay. Anything crashing? Nothing's crashing. Cool. Let's do this now. Okay. Presumably the server got it though. So let's go to the server now. Let's go to network.go. We'll do server serve proxy connection. If we get a world update, oh, that's interesting. Input box. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, this is, yeah, that's why it's not good. Okay. At least I wrote a to-do about why it's bad. Excuse me. Let's do this. We have a world update. T.messages. We'll do this. For I in range T.messages. Excuse me. We'll do log.print T.messages I. Oh wait, we need to messages dot message. Okay, so it didn't make it through. Let's look at Certes and see what's going on. World update. So you have Marshall binary, which is the one we're using primarily. Yeah, it should marshal this. Unmarshal binary should unmarshal it because we know the type now. It's not like these are interfaces, so that should work. Let's go to the proxy. Or am I sending to the right thing? Should be right. Let's do, let's run it again though. And just make sure we have, we log in. It should print once that we have someone logged in. One active user, okay. I type hello there. Doesn't make it through. Let's see if I can still move though. Might just be some proxy thing where the proxy's rebuilding the message. Yeah, I think the proxy, when I serve netcon, I should really change this to like serve client con. I think when we get a world update message, we oh no, we don't do anything to it. That's kind of weird. Get user. I guess let's go to the proxy and we'll print out the we'll print this guy out. Or do I have, yeah, log.print. We'll do printf %v/in t. So the slice is getting put there. Hello. Test message. So it's not making it to the proxy. So it might be getting serialized incorrectly. Also, I don't think I need a /n. We'll do t.messages. Play. Test. Or when I send my update, it might not be getting set here properly. I wonder if I'm just... All right. We'll test this first. Gonna test the chain of things happening. Test. Okay. So test is coming through. Messages is a list. So let's print that now. Okay, so the messages slice is correct. Log.print update, so we can print that. Yep, okay, so there's one. So it should be getting there. Then we go to send. Encoder.marshall. We're in binary mode. What's up, Ninny? 2009 PH. Maybe had size, pointer, T equals. What does that do? That looks like some C. I wonder if this marshaller just isn't marshalling strings or something like that. I would guess it would, though. I don't see why it wouldn't. He's hacking YouTube. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, another hacker out there. I would like to see, this is what should be marshalling it. Ah. I guess I could write a quick test here. I think I even have a binary test thing. Let's just see what happens when we world update, delete list, and then we'll have what I call it, messages. We'll do that. We'll copy this guy there. Nope, I didn't want that. I wanted this, that, yep. User, message, user 2, message 2. Okay. Oh, actually, I didn't want to run. I wanted to do go test dot 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 dot. Missing a comma. Messages. Okay, forgot the dash V. Yeah, so the marshaller unmarshaller is what's not working. I guess I could change it to like it could just be like a byte slice or something like that. I don't know why string isn't working really. It's kind of annoying though. What's up, 2FA? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just trying to figure out why this string stuff isn't marshalling properly. Nice. Glad you're doing well. Here's what we can do. Here's what we'll test. We'll change chat message. We'll make these bytes. I don't know why this wouldn't work though. Whatever. It doesn't matter that much, I guess, whether it's a byte or slice or a string. I can just do this. Oh, still didn't work. I must be doing something wrong. Let me cancel this. I'm just curious I'm curious what the output looks, the serialized output looks like. Let's see the new one. It's the exact same thing. Oh no, it's not the same thing. They're very similar though. How strange. It's weird that this isn't longer. Okay, so we have to marshal this specific type. Marshal 2. Encoders.get, encode. This is actually someone else's code. But I know I can encode byte slices, so I don't know why this wouldn't work. Or at least I think I have done byte slices, right? Because when I do a message, when I do a packed message, where are you? Yeah, I marshal this, and the payload is just a byte slice. Obviously, yeah, there's some problems with it, but it should work. Maybe you can't do like slices of slices. I guess. No, I think this should work. It's kind of weird though. Like I'm not getting anything out of this. I wonder if you can only do slices of things that are fixed width. Let's try this. Because how does it know? Like it has to do some sort of like length encoding, right? It's got to be like, oh, you're sending 3 chat messages, so it's got to be like there's going to be 3. And then you read the first one, and it's like, here's how long it is, and you read that. And then you read the next one, here's how long it is, and you read that. So I feel like it's got to frame it for me. But I wonder if it just doesn't work. Like, I don't think it's an impossible thing to do. So I feel like it should do it, but we'll do this. I'm just gonna do a string. Then here, instead of messages, or I guess I'm gonna have to comment this out, aren't I? We'll do message string. Interesting. It's not encoding that either. Like, look at that, it's just blank. So do a byte slice instead of a string. It's not doing that either. Does this work? Am I doing something stupid here? This should work. Why doesn't this work? So strange. I don't know if I feel like I'm doing something really dumb. Because I've been able to encode byte slices before. So I'm kind of surprised that I can't. I wonder if the unmarshal side has something that like, well, what do we have here? Another stream, I suppose. How you doing, Jacob? Hope all is well. Am I checking errors? Unmarshal binary. Yeah, I am. Well, good. How's the chat system going? Good. We have I can't show you now because it's not building, but it'll you can enter chat text mode, send some things, and now I'm trying to send it to the server. So this is kind of like the last part. I don't know what's happening here though. It's weird because I have this like what I was doing was I was having a list of these types, and like I was expecting it to be marshaled properly, but it's not being marshaled at all. Because like I've marshaled byte slices before, but it's not just text type. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then when you hit enter, it shows your local chat. Like it shows above you, up above your head, it pops up and shows that you've typed something. I centered that and got that all sorted. So the last part's just sending it to the server and then having the server disperse that message to everybody. Yeah, very cool. We're getting there. But it's weird. Now I'm trying to marshal this thing. And it's like it's either not marshaling or it's not unmarshaling properly. But I'm not getting any like errors about it. Like I expect to see this sequence somewhere. Like this is the message. Ah. And this is the data. So like this should be converted to a byte slice, and then it should be marshaled into this binary marshaller. And so I should be able to find this string inside this one. But I'm not. Tags on the world update struct? What do you mean, like add tags here? Like, I don't think, well, it's a binary marshaller. So I don't think it uses tags. I think it uses like the position of the thing. Zero zero 5B5. AAED. So weird. I feel like I feel like I'm like making changes that aren't being. Is it caching it or something like that? Oh, jeez. I hope that's not it. No, it should, because it's the print line's changing. Yeah, so it's not caching it. It's only caching it because it didn't change that time. What the heck? This is so strange. Like you can see the other stuff, I think. You have like a 1. You have a 2. I guess that's something for the 3. I don't know. One, two, three, four, five. What is that? Oh, this is the yeah, so it's like here's 5 ints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. That's that. But then I do this one. It has no idea. Yeah, that's what I was doing before. I was doing a string, but it didn't like that either. It's like it's hitting some limit here or something like that, you know? What length is this? Or what column is that? 77? No, 10. Like 186, 185. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I need to think about this. What a weird problem. This has to be right, right? Unknown message field message instruct literal of type world update. It's like for some reason I can't add a byte slice here. This is so weird. Because I literally do this. Like I very literally have this, a byte slice. I put the payload in as a byte slice. And then I marshal that. I'm not really sure what to try here. I feel like I've tried a lot of different stuff. What a weird, what a very weird problem to have. Oh look, this isn't even getting updated. What the heck? I'm setting it to 5. It's not doing anything. I wonder if I'm in some weird state or something like that because I had to make a fix in this package that I imported. Or maybe like it only supports a certain number of fields. I don't know. This is so weird. Like now this should be the second thing, right? But it's still 0. This has got to be some weird like I did this. Let's go back one directory. No, another one. I wish it would show me the path. I'm just gonna change this. Instead of doing this replace directive, this is why I never use a mouse. Holy crap. Okay. I'm gonna go through all of these files. Encoding Z binary. I haven't heard of that one. No, it's this one binary encoder that this guy wrote. It's worked pretty well so far, except for this, which I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or calendar. Let's do this actually. I'm not trying to like steal this guy's work. I just I don't really know how else to do this. This was probably, there's probably a better way to do this. Unsave, whoops. I would go for the simplest option. Yeah, I mean, I wrote a bunch of different marshallers. This one's the most efficient. I wrote a JSON one, I wrote a gob one, I wrote a flat buffers one. And like it was working fine, except for this new field I added isn't working now. It's like I just added like one new field and it doesn't work. That should work, okay. Like in my certies, I can flip between them. Like I have a flat buffer one. Flat buffer one won't work right now because I added this new field though. JSON should just work. Gob should just work. But binary is just so much better than all the rest. Even gob wasn't that good. And like when it comes down to it, eventually I'm gonna have to do like very low level optimizations. So I'm gonna end up with binary anyways. But it's kind of interesting to see how they perform. I think it's not treating this as public. Let's get rid of the delete one. I'm just curious like what's gonna happen if I comment that out. Oh. Oh no, this is the problem. I guess we figured it out. I made a binary world update. Why do I do this? Oh, because I have to do the same thing again. I gotcha. No, it's like a game.chat message. W dot messages. That's embarrassing. And I can change these back to, I'm actually curious if there's any performance difference. So the struct defines the mapping of bytes to binary. Well, I have this, hold on, let me just make sure that this compiles really quickly. Like I have this binary world update type basically, and that's like the final thing that gets serialized when I try to marshal a world update. And the reason I have to do that is because I have to individually serialize these the components, because these are all different types. So I have a binary component type. Where is that? Which has a header and then a payload, which is a byte slice. So I kind of have this like nested packing of things, because when you don't know what something is, in the example, like an ECS component is an interface. So I don't know what underlying type it's going to be. I have to put a header in and then pack data with it. And then when you unmarshal, you're just like, oh, it's a physics transform in the header, so we unmarshal it as this. If it's a physics input, we unmarshal it as this. This should have worked, I think, though. W.messages. So I have this I had this internal struct that's being marshaled, and yeah, that's the one with the issue. Like I needed to add it there as well. However, this should set it, but it's not looking like it's setting. Oh, I might need to do the opposite now. Yeah, when I unmarshal, I have to make a world. I do this. W dot, yeah. W dot messages equals W dot messages. Okay, there we go. That should work now. Okay. Back to run.sh. So now I should be able to type like test. There we go. I think that this is the server getting it. But let's delete all the old print statements. I had a lot of print statements in here. Client log log. Okay. That was all of them, I think. So I think that this is being printed by the server. I guess I had one more print statement here though. So then if I go to the network file, which has all my server stuff. Oh, we loop through and print all the messages. First things first. Actually, this is going to be kind of weird. I also don't know if I can finish this today. I might need to go eat lunch. I think I might call it here. Boyos. I think what's left to do is on the proxy I have to, and I actually might do this off stream, but in the proxy I have to set the username of the message to the user that sent it. That's one thing. And then thing two is that's like a little bit lower priority. The most important thing though is I have to send the messages when the server sends messages to, where is it? Well, I have some function somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yeah, when servers send update, I need to build that message list now based off of the current list of messages that need to be sent. So I need to hold those in the server, send them out in the next world update message, basically. And then when that's done, the client's going to receive those messages in their updates, and they're just going to get that, and they're going to set the speech bubble in that situation, basically. So that's all that's left. That's all that's left for this one. That'll be another stream, I think. Or I might do it over the weekend. I'm not sure. But anyways, thanks everyone who stopped in. It was fun. We got a good amount done. We're getting close to a working chat system. Yeah, you too. Have a good day, Jacob. I'll see you guys later. Bye.